Greetings, taber toddies. Let me do a walk around and there's your other Jean. Peace up, sister. How you doing? Let me show you what I've been doing the last couple of days. So far, so good. I had a good strong day, and that's been 2 weeks. So somebody is really good with the Lord. He's taking care of me. Look at there, ain't that sad? That needs something on it, don't it? This used to be on it. The venerable Volkswagen rig. So, anywho, I'll show you. Put this out in the light a little better so I can see better. Show and tell, let me see. It had a broken bolt there for the bumper. So I got me a nut on it. I'll weld that up and I'll turn it out of there after I get it welded on, and it'll be out. Put a new nut in it. Let's see here. Oh, I can show you something. Y'all probably already know this. When you're super tuning a Fjord, you can add some more advance in it. You put you a little, and you can turn it, and that will. We used to have a distributor curve machine at the Ford place, and we'd do stuff. We'd mess with the springs for the centrifugal, and this will put some out. It's a little bit more advanced. Pulling it, turning it anti-clockwise gives it some advance. You can get too much. I always turn it out till it clicks, and that's the end of the adjustment. Then turn it in 2 turns. But we're not going to do that today. I didn't know if y'all know that there was a adjustment there or not. Hallelujah. I did straighten some of the vacuum on this. So now it's got a crankcase vapor system. It counts to me air hard. And let me show you this big ugly thing. Look, it was busted all to pieces. That's why they had that goofy steering wheel cover on it. Huh. Outside of it being ugly. Bless, it's hot. Let's see, I put an improvement in it. Ta-da! That's a wood steering wheel. They say it's for everything but what it is. And it's actually wood. I don't know. The real ones are plastic. This has got real wood been put on it. I don't know if somebody restored it that way or it's something funky, but it is a Ford wheel. And it didn't make it steer any better because I did a little more investigating. There's my fan shroud that's going on it and some other stuff. Electronic ignition's fixing to go on it. And some more goody stuff. Scott Drake. The car came with power steering. And it's got all new steering links in it, but it's manual. And the power steering box is still a power steering box. And it is a quick ratio. And what that means is you have to put more leverage on the steering wheel for less turns. And the manual has got, this has got a 16:1 ratio, and the manual has got a 19:1. So you got more leverage, but you got to turn it more times. So it'll steer easier, but it'll take you a month of Sundays to get around in a parking spot. So I don't know. I may change it out and see what's different about it or not. And it's got a high-speed rear end under it. 291 3051 something or other. However, the little Fairlane has got 350 gears under it, if they're good, because it was a 4-speed car, and maybe the steering sector might work, but I doubt it. They changed them in early '68, so I'm not even going to look at that. And let's see, I put some more stuff on the back of it. It really don't look like it, but I put a whole bunch, there's a whole bunch of parts been put on it. And they're there. I put me a little fall down open thing here. And this little stud is for a bolt that's inside the trunk. Move these keys out of the way and it'll close. And that keeps you from getting it stolen, but if they get all the bolts out of it that they can get to, they're not going to stop with just that one little bolt, so they're going to bend your car to get it off of there. And I'd much rather have it gone as have a bent car and have it still hanging by that one silly bolt, so I didn't put it in there. So they can just steal it all they want to, and I won't have to change out this little panel back here. So I wagered against that. Put these corner things on, extensions, quarter panel extensions, and got them on there. And don't forget there's a gasket that goes between here and the body. I had them ordered already before I even messed too much with this back here. And here's just about what they assimilate like. Now back in the day, Pinto had one of these rubbers. They had a timing chain cover, and they had these rubbers over the timing chain cover that would keep it from rattling. That's what we had to use before all these Mustang guys started making them. So $8 a side or whatever, and they're on there. I went and took them in the house and polished them a little bit, and so the rest of this I know will polish out already. I just got to get out here and do it. But that's what that is. Let's see. I think that's it. Won't that be lovely? Won't that nice? I'll get her back down here because we're supposed to have Stoms Tamala tonight. And these little flash seals, we'll be getting, there they are. We'll be getting some new ones because they're knackered. And they're kind of important. And I cleaned off this fender trying to find the numbers and the letters. But on this car, they over here. So there you go. So that's a little different than my 67. And I'm not too proud of this darn aluminum radiator. I know they're big. This is just 3-core super killer thing. I know they're more expensive and they're killer. But it just stands out like Hogan's goat. Just sticking out there. And I may halfway do some kind of a goopy black on it or something. I know it won't stick to aluminum. You can take vinegar and wash things and make them stick. There for a while these cowl panels was giving trouble because they're made out of something, or they used to be made out of something weird, and you wash them down with vinegar and do some stuff to it and it would fit better. They would stick the paint better. And what I'm using for the engine compartment, I've got to clean this all up because there's overspray and nasty whatever body shop crud on it. and then re-strip it and paint it when I get to it. But what I've been using there is upholstery paint, dye, and it gives a satin finish, which is what you want. You don't want a gloss finish under here. It's satiny, and that upholstery paint is tough booger. You can take a screwdriver and run it down it and it won't hardly scrape off. So that's another tip if you like it. So I fixed, we know why it steers like a log wagon. The steering sector is wrong for what's under there. And the brakes are real hanging up on it. And they're hard, so I figure there's going to be some brake stuff changed on it. And if I win the lottery, there'll be some disc brakes on the front. And I think that's about all I've done the last couple days. Done this back end today in the steering wheel and figured out that I've still got I got some bumpers coming. They're my Valiants in the front, and my fenders, and the hoodyard. Oh, I got some turn signals for the hoodyard. Ain't them nice? Don't them pretty? Got that, and I got some reflectors for the back quarter panels. Quit that! These are brand R new. So they'll go on the quarter panels there in the back, and here's the Ugly things that goes over the top of them. I'll have to scrape them and paint them. I got some paint left. And I think that's it. That's it. When I get all my emblems, I can put these flinders on, such as they are. If I badmouth the body shop that had this, I'm sorry. They're just doing the best they can. They're not a restoration shop. Body shops are geared towards production to make their money. And if they took on every Tom, Dick, and Harry's car to restore, they'd close up pretty quickly, because you can't make any money restoring cars unless you charge way more than body shop prices. And this boy probably did some kind of a fix it up, and I'll work on it when I can, give you money when I can, whatever it was. But you just can't do that in a reliable thing. So that's why the body shop did what it did, and the guy that owned it did what he did. You can't expect somebody trying to make a living to do a really super duper great job, especially on a 50-something-year-old car. And that's what happened. That's what they did. I found lots of botches on it. Some I fixed, some I didn't see until I got paint on it. And you know, that's nobody's fault. Probably my fault for not finding it, but I'm not real good at finding stuff till I get it shiny. Can't see, and I can't feel like I used to could. So I'm going to say sorry-nachi to you, and wish you well. Here's the part. Here's the ugly part. You can see I'm doing better. Can you see? Ooh, that was lightning. I better get my shiny. Yeah. So, y'all know I love you. I know you love me. And I am proof that y'all love me. I had a bologna sandwich. Or I'm going to have a bologna sandwich. So, y'all take care. And I'll see you back on the flippy floppy. Okay, bye. This one won't work anymore. this camera is so old. So maybe it'll work one more time. I'll try it.